Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy Mr. Dan Banks, aka DJ Fine, CEO of JCU. We are Jersey Magazine and Jersey Diamonds, and I have the pleasure of speaking with Miss Grace Vega, Park Row owner, and it's going to be an awesome conversation, you guys. She's been telling me a lot about what she has going on. This is the first time we have someone that has their own skate clothing line and so many more things that she's going to endure with her vision. So let's get to know Miss Grace. First,
Thank
welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We had a lot of technical difficulties, but we worked it out. we worked it out and everything. So we see the hat. You got Park Row
Yep.
shop on your hat. Now, tell me a little bit about Park Row and kind of what inspired you to start this clothing shop of yours.
Well, it started definitely about 20 years ago. There was an idea that I had, and it grew from there. But really, it started from me being part of this community as a young teenager. And I saw a bunch of dudes skateboarding, and I was like, these dudes look cool and they're cute, but let me get into it a little bit deeper and see what's really going on here. And it was like a camaraderie. And, you know, as a teenager, sometimes you feel like you're left out, you're alone, you don't belong. But when I joined this community, I felt like family. And it was a long time that I felt like that. I felt loved and I felt accepted. And I did try to skate. I'm not a skater.
Understood.
I definitely busted my ass several times.
That's okay. It's for the culture.
So I basically just became a Betty. A Betty is just like a chick who hangs out with all these skater dudes. That's how it was in the 90s. Now, like, there's this stuff, like, girls are badass right now. Girls are skating so hard. There's a show on HBO called Betties that's like basically about females that skateboard all day, every day. It's what they focus on. But basically, I love the community because even though you were a kid and you were maybe troubled sometimes, when you saw these kids skating, their focus was just that.
Yeah.
They wanted to skate. They wanted to be something, be someone. You know, we had people to look up to like Tony Hawk, Tony Alva.
Throwbacks, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so they wanted to do that. So I wanted to be a part of that world, and I didn't know how to skate. So the only thing I could think of was to just be a supportive background piece until I was able to be a front runner, which is 20 years plus later. I've been working up to building this community, and I came up with the name Park Row driving over the Brooklyn Bridge one day, and my husband was like, oh, I used to skate under the Brooklyn Bridge, and that's Park Row. That's under the banks, basically. Under the bridge, and it was Park Row. And I was like, okay, I'm going to pick this name. We're going to build a community, and we're going to start with clothing because that's like a somewhat easy segue into building what I really want to build, which is this empire of family and togetherness and sponsorship and things like that.
And you know, it's great that you mentioned skating being an outlet, because it's just like how we are in the world of entertainment and music. Like anything that could be an outlet that you can express yourself and show off your skills, or even skate, and you can have your headphones on, or you could just see like your friends and you guys doing cool tricks, and it's just like a way to just, you know, being in your comfort zone and to just really like just relax, you know. And that's awesome that you are actually in that kind of a community, like, and you're letting us know, like, being in that kind of a community, it really is really family oriented, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's something that we should really be bringing up more, about all these different avenues of adventures and sports that are really like outlets for people to express themselves. And they could be going through, like I said, depression, sadness, family troubles, upbringing couldn't have been like the best, but yeah, you have like a crew of a family that just loves to skate, you know. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it kind of like erases everything. Not that you want to just erase whatever happened to you in the past. It helps you get through the situation because you feel like you have someone there that's not necessarily going through the same thing, but can kind of like sympathize or empathize or whatever the situation is with you and grow with you and like make you laugh. And like, I never laughed so hard in my life when I was with that group of kids. I learned how to love with that group of kids. And then when I became, you know, in my later teens and my early 20s, I met a new group of kids, and some of them skated, but they were like ravers, and like I
Yeah.
learned a whole new set of
A
love.
whole new set of skills. Yeah.
You know, and like that is like my family. I still have the same friends from when I was a kid all the way up till now that I partied with, that I hung out with, you know, that I climbed fences with to like break into places so that kids can skate. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
yeah, like it was just like we're like kind of breaking the law, but not really. But it doesn't matter because we're like together and we're like building this thing. Like, it's like you're just bringing more people in, and like if somebody messes up a trick, you're not gonna be like, yo, you're whack. You know, you
Right.
can't do it. Like, it was just like, nah, come on, do it again. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. It was a
That's
very
awesome.
supportive community. I love that feeling. That was the addiction that I had. It was like
Yeah.
I don't want to stay home. I want to be with my friends because I'm happy there. I want to be with them. I want to like grow with them. I want to move with them. I want to travel the world with them. That never happened, but that was like in my head, the idea that I wanted.
Right.
I want to use that in Park Row by, you know, once this pandemic's over, like travel the country with my husband, go to different skate competitions and like meet new kids and
Right.
bring them into my family, maybe sponsor them, compete, things like that. And I don't just want to be part of the skate community. That's just like where it's starting, because that's like where my love
Yeah,
is.
that's that's the humble beginnings. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but you know, snowboarding, surfing, motocross,
Okay.
BMX, like there's a whole world of,
All the X sports, the extreme
yeah,
sports. Yeah.
and like, and now skateboarding is actually an Olympic sport, and they were supposed to compete, and
Right.
now because of the pandemic, it like got canceled. But like, there's a U.S. skateboarding team.
That's
Like, I
awesome.
never thought in my whole life that would ever happen. Like, we have snowboarding, but I didn't understand why skateboarding wasn't a part of that situation. And
Right.
now it is. Like, we have a whole team of skateboarders
Skateboarders. Yeah.
that are competing in the Olympics. Like, it's the sickest thing ever. I would, you know, I'm sure all my friends that are in their 40s right now, they're like, damn, man, I wish they had the Olympics back in the day, because they were like sick when they were younger, you
Yeah.
know? Now they're like old, they have kids, you can't compete anymore.
But yeah, that's awesome that you're actually at the beginning stage of all these things going on. Like you said, the Olympics and now the skating. And so now for you to have Park Row for maybe possibly even next year Olympics or whatever they decide to do with these sports moving forward, you could be a part of it. Be a big vendor and then get your banner and then probably put your sticker on somebody's skateboard. Like, the possibilities are endless. And that's awesome that you guys are like really community based, really family oriented. Because that's one thing that we love at We at Jersey, like to show the love and show like that we're a big family and that we just like to connect everybody. So that's awesome that you guys do that in that skate community.
Yeah, I have a son and my first baby last September.
Congratulations.
Probably
Yeah.
last, because I'm 41.
Yeah.
And thank you. And I want him to grow up in the community. So like, as soon as he's old enough to get on a board, I'm putting him on a board and I'm getting him to skate. And I want him to like get hurt and like fall, get back up, learn that it's okay, that if you fall, you get back up and you're okay. There's nothing.
Absolutely.
So I want to teach him what I learned in this community so that he can grow up sharing the same kind of love and feeling the same kind of love that I felt
That's
as
awesome.
yeah.
Just going generation after generation.
Yeah,
You have
man.
a skate family, just a whole skate family.
It's love and peace. That's all it's about. That's what our country needs, to be honest with you. Like, if the whole country could live their lives with the mentality of a creative person, a skater, a musician, like, I'm telling you, we would not be having the issues that we have. Like,
Absolutely. I agree. That's awesome. That's a good message
yeah,
right there. Thank you
for
for sharing.
real.
That's
For real.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I want to talk about your presentation of your page. Your page presentation is awesome. My particular favorite shirt is "Life is a Beach." Like, that was actually pretty hilarious. I was like, wow, she's like really creative with like just how you do the whole aspect, and you get like the summer field. You can see like what would be like in the winter, the fall seasons. Like, that's awesome, and you have a lot of products that have sold out very, very quickly. So it's like your clothing line and your whole vision is just coming together so fast, even during like a pandemic like this. So like, how do you go about your creative process of like your clothing line? Like, tell me about like your vision and how you kind of come up with like the concepts, the phrases, and then the colors. Like, how do you kind of come up with that?
Well, in the beginning, those items we actually bought from vendors and we put our logo, like our logo's on the back.
Yeah.
But now that we have like a name, and most of our sold out stuff is like all word of mouth. So now we're trying to build a following so that we can get some like serious people from the community to connect and want to be a part of our crew. And when you wear Park Row, you're our family. Even if you
Yeah.
don't wear it, you're our family. But like, I want to one day see some kids skating down the street wearing Park Row, and I'll be like, "What up, kid? Like, we're
Right.
family. Like, this is good. Like, we're connecting right now. Let's talk and let's see what you're about. Let me see, like, do you want to be sponsored? Do you want to just be part of a family? I want to be a person that can help guide them. Can I train them? Absolutely no. But I know people in the community that can. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be like, yo, you're doing that trick wrong. Because I mean, I do know a little bit about skating, but not enough to train somebody. But like, maybe I could do a raffle one year where I can send some kid to
The training
Camp
camp.
Woodward, which
Yeah,
is
a
like
training
the
camp. Yeah.
sickest skate camp in PA. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do stuff like that. I want to do give back programs so that kids who can't afford to go get to go. Because when I was a kid, I won writing competitions so that I can go to camps in the South.
That's
You know,
awesome.
my
Yeah.
parents couldn't afford to pay for me to go, so I won writing competitions and like I got to go. So I want to do stuff like that so kids get to experience it. But back to the clothes, I can ramble. Sorry.
Oh no, that's awesome.
Um,
I love it. Yeah.
yeah, so basically we started off buying from vendors, and then I was like, you know what, I want to drop stuff that has our logo on it. You know, like this tank top has my logo, this vest has my logo. It's a limited edition item. And we started doing blanks with a big logo on it. But now the next stage, we're going to be doing like really customized art. I know a lot of great comic book artists and just artists in general that are going to start doing like amazing artwork that we're going to
Yeah.
put on t-shirts and hoodies and like and go from there. But
That's awesome.
essentially we want to just keep it a logo brand so that we're different from like a Volcom or a Billabong, where
Okay.
they do
Yeah.
create fun and kitschy. You know, they're gonna, if someone's gonna buy someone that's kitsch with like a, you know, a beach phrase, they're gonna buy it from someone like that. I
Right.
realized that after the fact that I started buying from vendors and putting my logo on things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm really competing with like Quicksilver.
Yeah.
And
That's
there's
and
like,
that and
they've
that's
been around for
awesome.
years. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
really hard to compete. So I want to keep it basic and plain so that when we go to a competition and we set up a booth, they're buying it for the logo. And it's because they want to be a part of something, not just a fashion hype beast type thing.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with
Being
that.
part of a community. Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm building something bigger than just the t-shirt and the logo.
Hmm.
But we are going to do like some cool designs. Like I'm taking notes from like works of art that I love. Like I used to go to the Museum of Natural History all the time, and I love stuff that's like from 18th century. So like we're going to try to do stuff that's different, not necessarily like a beach theme or, you know, someone jumping off of something.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do something different. I do follow trends. I worked in the fashion industry for a while. So even before that, when I was a kid, like I've always been in fashion. My grandmothers were seamstress. My mom worked in fashion for 30 something
Oh
years.
wow, the amazing background that you have in
It's
fashion.
like my Barbies wore Oscar de la Renta. Like my mom bought me shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I've always loved fashion and I've always followed forecasts, and I try to stay on trend as much as possible. Like that's why we got this tie-dye stuff, because tie-dye is like hot
Right.
right now.
Right.
But I do want to bring something different and special, and like, you know, I don't want to compete with Supreme. It's impossible. I also don't want to have $150 t-shirt. I want to have a $40 t-shirt. I can't afford a $150 t-shirt.
Yeah.
So
So you
why
don't.
would I sell a
Right.
$150
Right. Someone.
t-shirt?
Right.
It's not fair, you know. I think the most expensive item on our website is like $60.
That's affordable.
And it's a
Guys,
jacket.
go check that out. That's definitely
You
affordable.
know what I'm saying? Like we have hats for like $20. We have a whole 50% off clearance right now of our fall stuff that we have in stock, and it's like selling.
Wow,
So
that's
like,
awesome.
you know, we have limited stock on everything, even the new stuff that just dropped. So
That's
people get out
awesome.
there and shop. So the more you shop, the more stuff I can bring in.
Right, right, right. Yeah, make sure you guys go check it out. It's at parkrowshop.com. Like,
Yeah.
make sure you go check that out because we're gonna go check it out. so that we can go wear a whole bunch of skate stuff. I haven't worn DC shoes in a minute, but I'm about to buy some to put my Park Row shirts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll send you some stuff for sure.
Appreciate that. And that's awesome. Like I said, the fact that you guys are looking forward more than just making this a brand that has to be like super expensive and, you know, all the big fashion shows. You're like, I'd rather you guys be a part of the community and wear our stuff, and then, you know, and just learn what it's like to just be family oriented, know that somebody has your back, you have an outlet to express yourself. Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you guys that you guys have gone this far. Now, how long have you guys been doing this for now?
I started Park Row in 2018, but I didn't officially launch till 2019. However, when I launched the fall, I found out I was pregnant. So
Oh,
it kind of
nice little
slowed down.
surprise.
Yeah. And we were trying for a really long time. So when it happened, we were like, yeah, this is happening. It's going to take precedence.
Yeah,
The business will be there when I'm done and coming back from it. And once I had the baby, I was like, I'm either going to not do this or I'm going to do this. And if I'm going to do it, I need to push and push harder. So I decided to do this with baby in hand, crying, sending out emails and like talking to screen printers and, you know, doing social media all with this crying baby in my hand. You know, he's
yeah,
10 months now, so he's like a little bit better, but
yeah. Right about the time. Yeah,
yeah, but when he was like 2, 3 months and I'm still trying to push through a business, it was you know, my posts came maybe once a month. Now if I'm lucky I get a post. Well, now I'm like scheduling them out so I have a whole month's worth of posts, so I don't
right,
have to
right,
think about
right.
it. Or it was
You
like
found a
once
method. Yeah,
a week.
yeah,
Yeah, so it's with a baby you find ways to make it work. It's
yeah.
definitely difficult, but he
Right.
is my force to like push me harder
That's
and like
awesome.
grow this business for our family so that our family can run this business, and he has something, not just like some clothing line that he can grow on his own and just create and design and like be another clothing store. You know, I
Right.
want him to grow what we're trying to teach, which is community and affection and love and family. We want him to grow that and share that with the world. You know, like maybe one day we can do, you know, with him, he can at Camp Woodward, like I mentioned before, they're like this huge skate like camp. It's
Yeah,
like the coolest thing ever. I could never afford to go. No one that I know could afford to go, but like if you can afford to go, they have like little competitions, and I'm still trying to talk to them about hosting one there so that Park Row can get their name out, and like we'll pay for whoever, you know, what they win, like, you know, whatever the prize is. Maybe it's like gear or cash,
yeah.
something. We just want to give back to the community and build a name for ourselves so that people can know who we are and want to be a part of what we're trying to build.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So behind this business is a lot of footwork, you know, that
Yeah.
goes on to it. So you guys have to go to competitions. You got to network with other skaters. Do you guys find that there's a lot of skate businesses in the sense that you can connect to? Like, is it easy to connect to some of these like, are there a lot of up and coming ones, or are these ones that you have to kind of talk to that are established? Are you finding in the community to be a lot more up and coming ones, or are you finding that you got to probably go a little bit higher and try to like dig deep to get to those other higher sponsors?
There's actually a lot of small businesses, like a lot. There's a lot of skate shops all over the country, overseas, that I do follow on Instagram, and I reach out to them. And some of them, they want to carry our stuff in their store, which I'm totally down with, but we're waiting for our skateboards to come in. We're making skateboards, guys. And
What?
so
That's
that we can send them
awesome.
like a whole big like kit of like gear plus clothing, and then they can sell it in their stores
I'm
like
gonna have to
that.
start skating again. I don't know. I used to try to skate, but you know, kick
Yeah, I'm probably not in my 40s at least. Maybe I'll learn how to cruise at some point in my
I mean, if you
life.
guys do snowboards, you know, I know people that snowboard, but we're gonna have to
Yeah,
get some, we might have to get some skater followers. You might have to tell them to, you know, follow us so we can get them some gear, you know.
yeah, absolutely. We're always looking for influencers to like wear our gear while they're skating and post. You know, we have a couple that I've posted online already. But yeah, we're just trying to grow and like grow with everyone. It doesn't matter. Like if you ever feel unaccepted, or you don't belong, or like people don't like what you're wearing, or you like to wear baggy clothes and you're a girl, you're a dude and you like to wear tight clothes, like we don't give a shit. Park Row accepts anybody.
I like that.
We love everybody, honestly. You're a part of us, no matter what you feel. We accept you. You're not accepted somewhere else, we accept you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. I think we said a lot. I don't want to give them, I don't think we should give them too much more than this, because then they're just gonna be spoiled.
Yeah, maybe we could do this again, like a update.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, one thing that we love to tell everybody when we are Jersey is that everyone that is on our platform is always welcome back. So you are definitely welcome back. Like I said, we have to check out your clothing. We have to get some clothing from you guys so that we can rock it during interviews, you know what I'm saying? And be park road out. And if I'm out, you know, and I go to a competition, I could wear it to go check people out.
Absolutely.
You know, but we do definitely appreciate you, Grace, for spending time with us. Please tell them how they can book you, follow you, your website, everything. Just how just tell them how they can check out all your social media real quick.
We are on every social media platform: Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're on YouTube, but there's only like 2 videos there, so don't get too excited. But our website is parkrowshop.com. And if you want to email us, it's parkrowshop@gmail.com. You can reach us in any platform. Our Instagram page has all of our platforms on there, so you can see where we're connected.
Definitely. Like I said, y'all, we are Jersey Magazine, Park Row Shop. Grace, again, thank you so much for tuning in with us. We will see you soon.
Definitely.
Jersey turned up entertainment. Entertainment.